Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be how the narcissist has you doubting yourself. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the narcissist, they have people, you perhaps were one of them, doubting yourself so frequently. You were wondering who they were, where they were, what they were doing. Did you do anything wrong? Were you the narcissist, etc.? You see, the narcissist wants to take all of their toxicity. They want to dump it into you. And they want to steal your beautiful, bright, shining light. They want to steal your essence. They want to steal your abundance and your soul and your energy. And they want to give you absolutely nothing but toxicity in return. Essentially, they want to trade places with you. They want to swap out energy with you. Now, the narcissist, why they had you doubting yourself? Think about it. When you were in the relationship, how many times were you gaslit? That's when you were doubting your sense of reality. Did you actually experience what you experienced, or were you believing in the version of what the narcissist said? You probably were believing in the words of the narcissist, because these people are master manipulators and they will gaslight anybody, anyway, anytime, anyhow. But back then you didn't know what narcissism was because you weren't taught this in school. And you were believing in the false narrative of the mask. You were believing in the narcissist. You were thinking that they had your best interest at heart. You were thinking that they could change, or they would improve, or they would keep their word, or they wouldn't lie, steal, or cheat like they usually do. But all these things you were doing, they didn't add up to one thing: reality. You see, the narcissist can't introspect. They can't change. They want to blame shift others. They want other people to be responsible for their poor behaviors, and they want those people to stick around and tolerate the behavior more and more, day after day, week after week, month after month, etc. And this is how the narcissist had you doubting yourself. Let's say again, when you were in the relationship, maybe you made plans to meet dinner, have dinner plans at 6 o'clock in the evening. Well, you were there and you were ready to go. Maybe they didn't show up, or maybe they showed up at 7, or maybe they showed up at 8. Either way, they didn't keep their plans, and they told you that you had the plans wrong. But yet you had the plans on a text. It said it right here, 6 o'clock Friday night, be there. And they still wouldn't say that. No, I didn't see that. I don't know what you're talking about. You had the wrong time. You see, the narcissist will have you doubting yourself. They'll have you, the narcissist wants to have you believing that you are not stable, that you are not healthy. That's why so frequently the narcissist will say, you need help, go get help, go see a therapist. You need to get someone to look at you. Why would they be saying that? Well, first of all, that's projection. They're telling you that they need the help. But back then you didn't know what you were up against, so you couldn't wrap your head around the fact that the person that you loved actually didn't love you, doesn't love you, can't love you, and never will love you. But they would tell you things like that, like, go see a therapist, you need to get counseling, etc. Or let's go to couples counseling, let's go to get to therapy ourselves. Well, why would they be doing that? Well, if it's couples therapy, I'll tell you right now, they want to go there to make it seem like you are the problem. They probably have already talked to, or perhaps already talked to, the counselor that you were going to see, and they already told them all about you. You see, the odds were stacked against you from the minute you met the narcissist until the minute you got out of the relationship. You weren't supposed to figure out what the narcissist was, what they were doing, and you weren't supposed to heal from the relationship. The narcissist wanted to keep you stuck in that low vibrational quagmire state. They wanted you existing in the narcissistic fog, not ever figuring out who they were. But going back to you need help. How many times did you hear that? How many times did you need help? You've got problems. You're the only person I have concerns with. Well, when somebody tells you that, and they tell you that repeatedly, you begin to doubt yourself. You begin to say, am I the problem? Am I the one that's wrong here? Am I reading the tea leaves incorrectly? Well, no, you weren't wrong, and you weren't reading the tea leaves incorrectly. It's just that you didn't know what narcissism was. You did not know what you were up against. You were up against a person who would say anything they wanted to say to get themselves into the relationship with you. They would do anything they could to keep you stuck in the relationship again. And then they would just throw you away and crumble you up like a sheet of paper as if you didn't even matter or exist if the discard happened. And that's why they don't care about anybody but themselves. But that's when you were doubting yourself. Let's take the ending of the relationship. Many times people are doubting themselves there too. They're saying, did I do enough? Should I have done more? Could I have stayed in the relationship longer? Did the narcissist love me, etc.? Well, the truth is, all of the above, the relationship was going to expire. It was going to end one way or the other. You didn't know it back then, but the narcissist already had a new source of supply groomed, or they were lining one up, because your health, your time, your money, your resources, your clarity, everything was being decimated left, right, and center. And the narcissists knew this because they were pressing on the gas pedal of abuse. They did not want to take anything other than what they possibly could take from you, meaning they wanted to take everything. And if they did, That's when your utility was used up for the narcissist, and they probably discarded you. Again, if you were discarded, my heart goes out to you. But when that relationship ended, many times people are doubting themselves. Should I have done more? Could I have done more? Because this is where the narcissist wants you. They want you in that confused state. They want you stuck, pining for them. They want to live in your mind rent-free. They want to live you thinking that they're living their best life. That's why it's so frequently when the narcissist goes on to the new supply, people are really, they take a big hit there because they think the new supply is getting all the fruits of their labor, all the things that they did for the narcissist. The new supply is now enjoying them. Well, remember, the new supply is being peppered with abuse, just like you were. They're probably in the love bomb stage right now if it's the beginning of the relationship, but eventually they will fit the shoes or feel the shoes that you were in, which was the toxic, challenging, narcissistic relationship, a relationship that is headed to one place, which is Destructionsville. And these relationships only benefit one person, and that is the narcissist. This is why you need to run for the hills. Get away from these people as fast as you can. Go no contact, block them, delete them, etc. Remove all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If not now, when? On top of that, another thing you need to do is you need to understand that you are stronger than you know. You are resilient, you are courageous, you are strong, you are determined, you are brave, and you are full of commitment. Why I'm saying that is because these are all the attributes and the adjectives that the narcissist does not possess. They want to take whatever they can from you. They want to have you doubting yourself. Are you resilient? Are you strong? Can you go no contact? Can you maintain no contact? Will you break no contact? See, these are all the games of the narcissist. The narcissist plays so many games. They play the texting games. They play the waiting games. They play the spying games. They play the hoovering games. These are all the games of the narcissist. And the narcissist is the shallow one. They're the coward. They're the hollow one. They're the frail one. They're the bully. The narcissist essentially is that playground bully when you were in 3rd grade that would go around beating up people half his age or her age. Why? Because they could. That's what the narcissist does. But then once in a while, the playground bully, i.e. the narcissist, they will meet their match. And maybe their match isn't as physically impending or imposing as they are, but it doesn't matter how big you are physically. Then when the narcissist meets their match, they get the knockout punch. And that's why we go no contact on the channel. That's why we do not surround ourselves with toxicity. That is why we understand that the narcissistic relationship was something we had to go through. There was no other way. We had to experience that relationship. If we thought we could have avoided it, we couldn't have, because we would have encountered another relationship with a toxic narcissistic person. Maybe not that same person, but the narcissist would have found us somewhere. Because why I'm saying that, and it's completely true, is if you had the wisdom back then, which you've now acquired, you wouldn't have entered the narcissistic relationship. But you didn't have this because you weren't taught this in school. That's why you entered the relationship, because you were believing that that person had your best interest at heart. And nothing, and I mean nothing, could have been further from the truth. But now we are taking the lifelong learning lessons from the past. We are not predicting the future. We are applying them in present day, and we are understanding that we are the priority. We come first, second, and third. And there is no room for toxicity or the narcissist in our lives any longer. That is why we do go no contact. But why the narcissist wants you doubting yourself is because they can control what you're thinking when you're in the relationship, and sometimes even when you're out. They can control the narrative, i.e. through the smear campaign. Think about what that is. That's the narcissist spreading flat out lies about you, about what you did do or what you didn't do, or how you contributed or you didn't. They're making up flat out lies about you. Now, who would administer a smear campaign? Well, as far as I'm concerned, only one person, and that would be the toxic narcissist, the energy vampire, the coward and the bully, who needs to not play by the rules because they believe that they're above the law. They believe they're above families and family law, and they're above jurisdictions and rules and laws and things, because the narcissist makes their own laws as they go around. As they move and slither through life, they chew up and consume anybody they come across, and what they do is they spit them out, which is the discard. And this is why the narcissistic abusive cycle just goes around and around and around in a loop. The one constant in the narcissistic abusive cycle, the one common denominator, is whom? That's right, it's the narcissist. And they know this, and now you know it. That is why you must really understand, when the narcissist had you doubting yourself by gaslighting you, by using the smear campaign, etc., you don't defend these things. Specifically the smear campaign, what you do is you let it burn itself out. You don't add fuel to the flames. And with the gaslighting, you didn't know what you were up against, so you tolerated what they were telling you, but you didn't know what the term was. You weren't taught that. but now you understand. And now because you are awakened and aware, educated and empowered, now you understand that the narcissist is everywhere, and they all play from the same playbooks, and they all want to do the same things, and they all want to triangulate people. They want to throw rage fits on people. They want to use the smear campaign, give the silent treatment. They want people doubting themselves. The narcissist does not want you living your best life. They want to keep you trapped in that zombie-like, trance-like state, the narcissistic fog, being devalued over and over and over again, wondering, waiting, wanting, missing, pining. That's not the path. The path is to break the trauma bond and figure out exactly where you are and how you got there. I'll tell you, wherever you are, if you believe you're where you're meant to be, then stay there. Take a big, deep breath in and be grateful that you're in a safe environment. If you're not where you need to be, well, there's work to be done, and you need to develop, create, and execute an exit plan to get to where you want to be. But wherever you want to be, it should be without the narcissist or toxicity. And you do not take the you do not predict the future. You live in the present moment. That's what you need to do. That's where the abundance happens. That's where the growth happens. That's where you are no longer doubting yourself. So when you finally put the last couple pieces of the puzzle together, all the doubt will be removed. You won't be ruminating. You won't be doubting. You won't be wondering, did you do the right thing? You won't be wondering where the narcissist is. You won't care about the new supply. You will reach and you will achieve a place called the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, where you no longer care about the narcissist or any people from that period of time, because you've healed and you've broken the bond and you've broken the chains, and now you've slowed your life down and you've insulated and protected yourself in that cocoon of boundaries. You see, you're now in the third version of you, the strongest, most galvanized version of you known to humankind. And to get there, it is rarefied air. Not everyone gets there, but you will get there because you're on the channel, you're in the community, you're getting your cup full or topping it up, and you're understanding that there is so much toxicity on the planet, and it doesn't need to be on the planet, but yet it is. So for us empaths, the educated empaths, the strong people, the beautiful, bright, shining lights, we need to have boundaries. We need to be able to say no, the strongest word in the English language. And remember, when you say no to something or someone, you are saying yes to yourself. But that's what we couldn't do when we were with the narcissist. We were their pawn, their puppet, the walking apology, the unpaid helper, the walking ATM, the sounding board. We did everything we possibly could and more to keep that relationship together, while the narcissist was trying to continue to break that relationship. And eventually something gave. The narcissist pushed one too many times, and you probably put up a boundary, and here we go. There's the discard, or you removed yourself. However it ended, it ended. But this is what the cycle does to people. It has them doubting themselves. It has them wondering, could they have done more? Should they have done more? All these things I'm mentioning. But the truth of the matter is, this wasn't your fault. You weren't taught it in school. You didn't know what narcissism was. It was advantage narcissist from the minute they met you until the minute they discarded you, or actually until you figured out what narcissism was. That's when the shift in energy and the shift in power went back to your side of the ledger. That's why once you finally get the wisdom and apply the tools that are provided for you on the channel and in the community, you'll understand that you have been to hell and back, and now you're in the third version, or you're entering the third version of you, and the narcissist has become itsy bitsy, teeny weeny, microscopic. They don't matter. They don't matter, just like that fly that's swarming around me here. It doesn't matter. Now, the fly is life and the fly is energy. I get it. The narcissist is life and the narcissist is energy, but the narcissist is dark energy, pitch black energy. There is no beautiful, bright, shining light within them. What's within them is a huge wasteland, a huge void, nothing but vastness. And they need to fill that up with toxicity, and they needed to fuel themselves with your energy and your beautiful, bright, shining light. Again, they did their best to take you down for the count, but they failed. They failed miserably because they had the best thing in the world in you. And now you are free, and you've broken the chains. You've probably relocated. You've journaled, meditated, seen a therapist, watched videos, healed childhood wounds, read. You've done everything you could to put yourself back together, because this is the relationship you need to heal from. And now you understand that it is extremely important. It is vital. It is imperative and instrumental that you put yourself back together, and that you leave the narcissist in the past, and you do not doubt yourself any longer, because you've seen things you never thought you would see. You've experienced things you never thought you'd experience. You've tolerated things you never thought you would tolerate. And this relationship has changed you, and it's changed you for the betterment once you've healed. Now, right now, if this is the first video you're consuming, you're probably thinking anything but that. Like, I don't want to go through this. How do I have the strength? What do I do? Well, you need to be patient, stoic, kind, calm, centered, focused, resilient. And you need to know that where you are today is not where you will be in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, or a year. You need to understand the path. The healing path is not linear. It will take time. It will take a lot of time, but in your time, you will heal. if you utilize the tools that are provided for you on the channel and in the community. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that you are not alone. And I want to let you know that the narcissist has so many people doubting themselves, and doubting yourself is not a good thing, specifically when the person is intentionally misdirecting you or misleading you. So put the doubt behind. Understand you were with a toxic, narcissistic person, a person who did not have your best interest at heart. And really understand that any of those words that they dumped into you, they're coming from. They're coming from a place of hate. They're coming from a place of jealousy, of envy, of greed, of wanting to be you. And that's what the narcissist is, all those adjectives. There's nothing good inside of them, and they do not improve. They only deteriorate over time. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it, and I'm going to show you the babies because they made a guest appearance in the background, but now they're over here taking a little nap, so I'm going to have them say hi to you, and then I'm going to close the video. So I hope you guys love it because I love it. And here come the babies. Hey! Hi! Hi, Noah! Noah! Nelson! Nelson! Hey, Nelson! Hey, Nelson! You gonna say hi, Noah? Hi! Hi! I love you all. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.